Welcome back to the Bookwalker, Thief of Tales, and to what is probably, I assume, the last chapter. So let's jump right back in. I think we left it, we had just got our next story, right? It was literally like 2 minutes after the last one. I don't think we have anything else to do, like nothing else is going to have changed, right? I suppose we could check. I mean, it was literally 2 minutes. But I guess you never know. Don't have time to deal with these. Someone else's dishes. Still the same. We can knock on people's doors, I guess, but unless we need something, I don't think there's much of a point. Nothing new going on in that one. Can't knock on theirs. They're not listening. Nothing left to do but to get to work then, I suppose. No changes in here. Watching over there. Waiting for someone to be over there. Okay. Are we ready? There's got to be some sort of twist with like what's going on and where we are. The fact that we can't see anything outside of any of our rooms is suspicious. There gonna be some sort of twist there, or? Guess let's go find out. You decided to keep working? Seems I don't have a choice. You shrug, tiredly. After everything that happened? How did they manage to convince you? Or has another month passed since I last saw you? They spent a whole month convincing you? Not quite that long. You literally had to erase your own character. I'll write a new one. Ah yes, I forgot about your feelings towards characters. I don't have any feelings towards characters. Just because Amanda left you doesn't mean that all characters are now bad. He has nothing to do with it. I really thought about giving it all up. The client is right. I need to finish my last job. Even if what we're doing makes me feel sick. If they get rid of my shackles, I can write my own book. Putting this all behind me. Looking at the floor. Just help me finish this one last time. What are we looking for? A weather controller. Device that can control the weather. Did we read the notes and stuff on this one? I don't know if we did. Then we just jumped straight in, didn't we? A device that can control the weather. Seems so. It would certainly come in handy here. You look around. The air feels like it's at least 100 degrees, if not 120. Okay, let's get to it. Okay, let me just do what we normally have done and read the articles. An expert from a book review. And so I was expecting a significant emphasis on classism, on the difference between the lives of people in the Upper District and the train-dwelling nomads. However, in writing the Upper District as a sort of retirement home rather than an upper-class sector, the author avoids these themes, which I found immensely disappointing. Strange note. The contractor agrees to infiltrate the Heart of Sands by Samantha Morey and extract an item, the weather controller. Client agrees to pay the negotiated sum upon fulfillment of the contract. Okay, just wanted to make sure we've done all that, because we didn't do it. For some reason I must have thought we did it last time, but I realised at that point when he was saying what we're here for, I have no idea what we're here for. But we're on a train by the looks of it, a locomotive. So we've got train car door, radio, a dead man on outside. We're not moving then. Train key. Tag on the coat says Pete Jenkins. Technically makes you the train's operator. Small light is blinking on the radio panel next to a worn-out accept call button. Examine the radio. Old equipment covered in sand. You see a steel plate with the number 42 on it next to the speaker. Small light is blinking on the radio panel next to a worn-out accept call button. Push the button. You hear static over the radio. Linfeld Jr. speaking. I'm taking over for the senior meteorologist too soon. Meteorologist too soon, unfortunately. The voice belongs to a very young man, but sounds confident as though he's been giving commands over the radio his whole life. Is anybody between lines 10 and 40? Is that us? Asked Roderick. Who knows? Is anybody between lines 10 and 40? Is that us? Asked the radio. I think we're in range, maybe? You're breaking up. What's your number? 42. Got it. Pete Jenkins, correct? I think Pete's, I don't think Pete will be making radio contact anytime soon. Is his body nearby? There's a skeleton in the chair. Writing something down. Thanks, I've noted that in the log. Must have been the dry storm last week that got him. He sighs faintly. What kind of storm did you say? Congratulations, you're the new operator of 42. I'm so obliged to inform you of that. There's a death storm forecast between lines 10 and 40, so you should head towards town. You can take shelter there, here. A death storm? May not be able to see it from your position yet, but it's showing up on my instruments already. What will happen if we get caught in it? Are you not from around here? Are there no storms in your zone? You can say that. I'm not from around here. Writing something down. In a dry voice. You get caught in a death storm, you die. What other kind of storms are there? Death storms are quite rare in your area. You're more likely to see a fear storm or a madness storm there. Great. There are joy storms too, although they mostly often happen in town. Alright, I'll try and get the train moving. Good luck. Okay. List of names. There's a log list of names scratched into the wall, and each one is different. Handwriting. Oh, each one is different handwriting. I'm sure you're going to fit handwriting in there. A sharp nail hangs on a chain nearby. Looks like this is a list of the train's previous operators. There's dozens here. There's some kind of cursed train. We're probably just in a dangerous place. Look at the end of the list. The last one is Ronald Miles. What about our dearly departed Pete Jenkins? He probably didn't even have time to add his name. Add the dead train operator's name. Poor guy deserves this, at least. Well, probably. We didn't know him after all. You take the nail from the chain and scratch Pete Jenkins' name into the wall. Not bad. What about yours? You're the operator now. Do you want people to forget about you too? You're right. I should add it. You scratch your name into the wall at the end of the list. Then put the nail back. Nice job. I'm going to put half the effort into the other names though. Had to make your own name the best? Yeah. You pop a few metal shavings off the inscription. Right, do we want to go outside or do we want to go through the train? Go outside. Okay, it's a smaller train than I expected. Oil tank. Oh no. What do you see? There's an oil bug inside. It ate everything. Something skitters around inside the tank. Ew. Can we skip the bugs? Is there no way we can get to town without the train? What are you afraid of? Bugs? Hey, get out of the tanks. Nah, they won't want to come out. Knock harder on the tank. Suddenly an oil-eating bug jumps out of the tank. Squish it. Bam. Greenish oil smear on the tank. Smear on the tank is all that's left of the bug. Ahem. Good thing I can't throw up in this form. Tank is empty of both oil and bugs. Add oil from the canister, so we need to find some oil. Which, I mean, where else can it be bar inside that one cart? Where are you going? Let's figure out what's wrong with the train first. I was just curious if we could venture out. Is there anything we can speak to him about? How are you? Fine. Do you have any ideas for your new books yet? Since this is your last job. Yeah. I have a few ideas. But I'd rather like to just sit down and start writing. I'm not a big fan of getting lost in thought. What are you thinking? To tell you the truth, our conversations inspired me. But don't worry. The first thing I'm going to do is find your book so you can go home. I haven't forgotten my promise. I appreciate that. Shelves. I think these are the operator's possessions. Wooden crate, kind that's easy to open with an ordinary crowbar. Okay, well we don't have any of these things. Don't have a lot going on, do we? So what are our other options here? Well, that's it, right? Train control panel. Train's control panel covered in levers and buttons. Examine the old photo. The photo of a woman with her blonde hair in a ponytail. Could be the former operator's daughter or maybe his wife. Examine the train panel. The train's control panel covered in levers and buttons. Start the train. It won't start. Why not? Go back to the control panel. Take the gauge. You see a bunch of gauges, most of which are moving. Well, we know it's the oil. Check the fuel gauge. Fuel tank is almost full. Everything's set here. Take the cooling system. Cooling system is operational. Check the oil gauge. The oil tank is empty. We need to do something about that. We'll figure it out. I mean, didn't we just pick up some oil? Every train driver needs one. Tank is empty of both oil and bugs. Add oil from the canister. Tank is small and the canister fills it almost to the brim. Definitely enough to get you to town. Okay, good to go. Start the train. I think it's running. Great. The death storm is approaching. Hurry! Anyone out past 10 miles? Anyone out past 10 miles? Train 42. What's the problem? You're barely moving. He's right. We got the train started, but it's barely moving. We'll figure it out. Will we though? Fuel panel. You're looking at the fuel panel. All indicators seem normal except one. Cylinder 3? Pressure? Open the top of the panel. There's a greasy note on the other side. Read the note. Whoever gets this train next, I hope it's not you, Pete, you moron. Pressure in cylinder 3 has some stability issues. Sorry about that. Actually, no, I'm not going to apologise. By the time you're reading this, I won't care anymore. Deal with it yourself. Just kidding. Try hitting the panel. That usually works for me. Good luck with that with the train. Well, you should definitely be able to do that. Hit the panel lightly. Something inside chain clangs. Something cracks. The train starts slowly picking up speed. Wow, that wasn't so hard. Yeah, nailed it. Can we have a look around? Doesn't sound like we're moving in here, does it? Okay, what else did I pick up? Oh, Jenkins's journal. Well, this was just paper or whatever. Either written in or in an unknown language or in really awful handwriting. Okay. You pick up the radio. Great work, 42. I can see you're picking up speed. The weather has been all sorts of crazy lately, even here in town. Yesterday, a sorrow storm almost slammed us, and we haven't had one of those in 100 years. Do the storms usually miss the town? Of course, only the joy storms make it here. The rest usually passes by. Like someone's controlling them, right? You can almost feel Roderick winking at you. What could affect the weather like that? I don't know. This all started after our senior meteorologist died. Come on, ask him about the weather control already. It's obviously in town. Hey, have you ever heard of a weather controller? A what? The device that controls the weather. Is this a joke? I don't think he knows anything. Yeah, I guess the senior meteorologist had the controller, and everything started getting messy after he died. We should ask around about him in town. If only we had something like that. My God, he keeps laughing. We'd certainly be, well, off. Alright, I see you're pulling in now. Good luck in town. Until next time, jokester. Town gate. The guard is trying unsuccessfully to open the door of the train. He notices you. Hi there. He glances briefly at your face, but apparently decides not to ask about it. This guy here is causing a little traffic jam at the gate. Poor man got caught in a fierce storm on his way here. I'm not getting anywhere with him, but I have to make sure everyone is in town before the storm comes. Can we leave the train here and go into town? Leave the train? Are you out of your mind, my guy? I don't think that's acceptable here. I'll try and talk to him. Go ahead and try, but be gentle. Not the poor guy saw what happened. We'll see. Try and open the door quietly. Hey, who's messing around with the door? I'm warning you. I'm armed. That's not provoking. Hey friend, are you there? Yes? Calm down now. I'm from train 42. Jenkins? Is that you? I'm his friend. He didn't have any friends. This is not going to end well, is it? I'm his brother. Stop lying. You killed him. I know the truth. What have you done to Jenkins? I don't think there's a peaceful way out of this situation. Force the door open. You lean your whole body into the door. You hear the mechanism inside start grinding against each other. Just a little more. Come on. Push. Plunk. I think the lock's open. The door easily slides it to the side. The thin man is sitting in the corner of the locomotive, arms covering his head. Let the guard deal with him. You step away from the door, motion to the guard. Hey Max, how you doing? Come with me, easy now. After a few minutes, he leads the man out of the locomotive and they disappear behind the town gate. Good thing that guy didn't see your face. Guards come back. He looks pleased. Hey, thanks for the help. took Max to the infirmary. They'll look after him. Will he be okay? Probably not. People can't usually go back to normal life after a fear storm. They won't transfer his train yet, but stay in town if you can. You may be able to pick up some of his stuff when they sell it off. Well then, I'll move his train along and then yours after. In the meantime, go up to the customs and get your paperwork straight. Okay. Don't need to move my train, no, he's going to do it. Door to customs. Customs inspector. The inspector is sitting in the cold, dark office. He looks up at you and in a broad voice says, "Train number 42. The inspector digs through some papers. Are you Ronald Miles? No. Did you find the body of Ronald Miles? No, I found the body of Pete Jenkins. So after Miles, it was transferred to Jenkins, he writes in his notebook. And now the inspector looks up at you. My name is Etienne. Just Etienne? Yes. I'll write that down. Wearing a shabby coat with a strange rusty cage around his neck. Not shabby. His face, he looks at you and then looks down again. Is apparently disfigured. You aren't too good looking yourself. The inspector doesn't react. Here's your ticket. He hands you an old yellow ticket, which looks like it's been passed around for years. One standard town visit, 2 hours. Only 2 hours? You must sell all possessions belonging to the train's former operator before you leave town. Make that your top priority. Thought they were mine now. The inspector looks at you silently, trying to understand whether you're joking or you really don't know how things work around here. The train is yours. Possessions are the people's. And what happens if I can't sell them all in 2 hours? The items will go to the people. Okay, thanks. Go on through. He opens the turnstile. Table. Train district. A young woman is talking to one of the travellers who passes her a strange, half-empty bag. Extend my time by 1 hour, please. He hands over the bag and quickly turns away. Hold on. The man freezes, tilting his head. Just who do you take me for? There's not even enough sand here for 15 minutes. She shakes a small pile of red sand out into the palm of her hand. Are you up to your old tricks again? Do I need to call the guard? No, please. 15 minutes is fine. Let me just catch my breath. I'll be on my way. The man slowly retreats. He looks extremely tired. The woman turns to an empty hourglass in one of the niches on the wall. I see all these things here. Damn beggars. She pours the sand from her hand into an hourglass. Then she picks up her radio and you hear a crackling sound coming from the speakers echoing all over the town. Peters, train 124, 15 minutes extension. She puts the radio back on her belt, then reaches out to hand you without looking. I'm looking for the meteorologist. Where can I find the chief meteorologist? In the upper district. Where else? He looks a little puzzled. How do I get there? You can't. They only let the locals in. No drifters off the trains allowed. Give her your ticket. Okay, yellow. She takes out a new hourglass and pours in enough red sand to reach the second mark on the side. Then she puts it in one of the empty niches on the wall. 2 hours, starting now. Good luck in town. Thanks. See you. It's all very strange. Start with this guy, I guess. An inspector is standing by the train. Assistant is inside rummaging through possessions. Oh, you again. The man encountered at the town gate recognizes you. Is everything okay? This is the guy's train. What was his name? Max, I think. Max, is he doing better? We can sell this. You hear from inside the train. I'd say there's enough to live on here. Well, split it up, I think. Max is resting right now, and we're keeping an eye on his stuff. Look over his shoulder into the train car. Don't look in there. You know what? He hesitates for a moment and then reaches into his pocket and takes out a bag of sand. Take this. You're a good guy. You helped Max. Let us take care of things here. Is this a bribe? So I helped Max and you rob his train? Max won't be going anywhere anytime soon, and this stuff could be useful for the town, and for us. 2 bags of sand. The inspector's face changes. Don't get greedy. Do you want us to look into why you're riding Jenkins's train? Don't get involved in this, okay? We only have 2 hours. Fine. Take the bag. Now get out of here, don't interfere. Inspector turns around and loses interest in you. Well, you gotta try. Melon seller. This merchant is desperately trying to get your attention. His smile reminds you of late stage insanity. Hey man, hey! Come over here. You got any sand? No, I'm looking to earn some myself. Oh, well, I can't help you with that. I've been selling my heart out, but I still don't even have enough sand to fix my train. You look at the melon seller's train. There's a lot of things in this world that you could call run down, but everything that you've seen up until now is sparkly clean compared to his train. And my time's running out. I have half an hour left in town. All because of those damn guards. They gave me a penalty, those dogs. What am I supposed to do? My wheel is busted. Notice the train's front wheel is sitting at a 45-degree angle. He doesn't need to worry. With a wheel like that, there's no getting that train out of here in any case. I should get going. So the currency is sand, and it buys you time? Woman doing laundry. Middle-aged woman is resting on a stoop of her train. The stoop? I don't know what the stoop is. Basin of laundry, children's clothes sits at her feet. She stares at your train for a moment. My train? Which one's my train? This one up here? She sighs and then leans against the train door, which buckles slightly under her weight. So you're from train 42, huh? She grabs a cigarette and takes a drag. Do you know the previous operator? Jenkins, yeah. He was my husband. She gets up heavily and starts hanging the laundry as if nothing had happened. I'm sorry. Are your hands clean? Take off your dusty gloves. Pass me the clothes, she nods at the basin, and the diapers inside. Her nod sends ash flying from her cigarette onto a pair of men's pants hanging on the line. Hand her a sheet from the basin. She takes out the sheet and throws it over the line. What's your business in town? Got stuff to sell? She blows her cigarette smoke upwards to keep it off the sheet. Silently hand her a second sheet. The woman's ashes, her cigarette, and you see her glance quickly at you as she takes the sheet. So Jenkins' possessions, do you need me to... Sniffing. Pass her a bunch of socks. Pile a few socks from the basin together and give them to the woman. But the woman doesn't turn around to take them from you. She stands with her back to you, not speaking. I'm really sorry. When I found him, there was already nothing I could do. She nods weakly a few times. Turning halfway around, she passes you a cigarette. She already has a fresh one in her mouth and lit. Take the cigarette. You sit on her train's stoop. I found a journal on his train. I guess it belongs to you now. Customs won't let me just give it to you, but I'll figure something out. She smiles. A journal. Jenkins didn't know how to write. Probably robbed or killed someone. Those aren't his things. These thoughts seem to have put her in a better mood. As she finishes her cigarette, she packs up and heads inside her train. Child's joyful laughter greets her. Let's go with a quiet woman, shall we? The greenery on this train's roof is quite striking. By local standards, you're looking at a very well-kept train. Examine the train in silence. It looks like the train has been washed recently. The metal and glass are gleaming, and the thin layer of newly settled dust just looks like an elegant decoration. Green stems sway on the roof. You see, don't know what any of that stuff is, and tons of other plants that you don't recognize. I'm sorry, did you need something? I wanted to ask, do you know how I get into the upper district? I heard the meteorologist lives there. You only get in once you retire, and I think you'll still have a while before that happens. I do too. How do I get in there now, today? The woman shrugs silently and looks towards the way out of the town. Running your eyes over the locomotive, you notice an old trailer with dried up branches sticking out of the leaky roof. Take a closer look. The longer you look at the trailer, the more you shiver. Chills run up and down your spine, like something icy touched the spot between your shoulder blades. Ask the woman about the trailer. Aren't you afraid your old trailer might fall right off? The woman continues to look towards the way out. Yes, the trailer is quite old. If it falls off, it falls off. Concerns of the woman's mouth turn up and corners of the woman's mouth turn up and she shakes her head. Ask what's in the trailer. What's inside? Things. Old things, ancient things, toys. Why are you carrying them around? I thought it was better to travel light in the desert. I don't know. I'd rather keep them with me. The woman frowns but doesn't tell you to leave yet. Ask her what she does. What do you do? As though the woman doesn't hear your question, she just stares silently, watching. When you think she's not going to answer, she starts to speak. I'm making it through life, day by day. I meant the plants. Oh, the plants. I used to enjoy nurturing life. The woman looks at the old trailer and stiffens for a split second. See all the muscles on her face tense. But in an instant, the illusion passes. Ask about the meteorologist. Do you know anything about the meteorologist? He tells us when storms are coming. Is that it? Do you know anything else? The woman turns her head to look you straight in the eye. You can't read her expression. I won't keep you any longer. Thanks. Crates. Okay, we've got some tools at the very least. We've got a train with a clock tower on it here. So this is our train here. And I'll work my way up the yard. Hey, you a digger? A what? Digger. My hearing is fine. I'm asking you what that means. The man looks at you without blinking for 10 seconds or so. You're attracting suspicion again with your unnecessary questions. I'm not a local. I'm not from here. You gesture at the town. The man continues to look at you without blinking. This is the only town on our continent, possibly on the whole damn planet. Where the hell are you from then, if not from here? I left for a long time and now I'm back, but I don't remember anything. A digger is one who digs up buildings in the desert. You know what the desert is? Or is there no desert where you come from either? Right, a digger. They just called them something different back in my day. Yeah, I'm a digger. I was one of the best way back when. I find that hard to believe. Need work tomorrow? I want to dig up a building on Malta Street, but I can't do it myself. Of course, what's our plan? I started digging from the top, got from the 12th to the 17th floor. The lower floors, 20th, sorry, and the 17th. But the lower floors are hard work. The sand's packed tight, and it's a pickaxe job. I want to round up a few more people, then we'll move out at sunrise. Is there anything special there, in that building? Man peers closely at you. It seems he's not sure you can be trusted. There was a gun store on the first floor of the building. Work is all that should concern you. I'll pay you, and what's in the building is none of your business. You in or no? I'll think about it. Think then. He throws his cigarette on the ground and turns away from you. He going to start a riot in town when he gets his hands on weapons? No, he gets caught in a firestorm out on the road tomorrow. I should get going. Good luck with that. Irritated man. I'm not buying anything. Not buying anything. Leave. Okay, well, that was a brief one. Bookseller. The sound that reaches your ears seems impossible in this desert world. Rustling pages, hundreds of pages. The table next to the woman's train is full of books with well-worn covers. Each one looks like it was taken out of an antique bookshelf. Hello. The young bookseller waves at you. Hi. Are you new to these parts? I've never seen you before. What is that word? Why can't I recognize that word? Attentive? And that's the word. Her attentive but slightly unfocused gaze. I guess I've just never seen that word spelled. Slides over you. Your paper face doesn't seem to bother her. Yeah, I'm new. Do you know everyone here? No, of course not. Just that generally the same people bring her trains to the same station every time. Were you looking to choose a book? Show her Jenkins's journal. There's something that might interest you. Bookseller tries to look uninterested, but you see her fingers trembling as you hand her Jenkins's journal. Notes. Interesting. Yes, very interesting. Are these someone's memoirs? Wow, this is an absolute treasure trove. Have you read it? I thought it was just the old train driver's journal. Let me read some of it to you. Don't bother, I just want to sell it. I'll buy it. How much do you want for it? You look appraisingly at the bookseller. He's definitely hooked. Time to collect some sand for your work. I think 10 bags is going to be too much. Let's go with 5. 5. Oof. I'd be glad to give you 5 bags of sand, but then I'd have to leave town right now. I still have so many books to sell. Would you lower your price? 2 bags then. Well, I wasn't planning on spending so much, of course, but that's fair price. The bookseller disappears into a train and then returns with 2 bags of sand. They have yellow letters in a language you don't know embroidered on them. This is for good luck. Yeah, thanks. You should have found out what was in that journal. It might have helped us understand this world better. Thought you could help me with that. Haven't you heard much useful advice from... haven't heard much useful advice from you recently, by the way. Anything else? The woman licks her fingers and flips through the journal. Should we have not sold that, maybe? That angry man. Opening a train? Our train's here. I don't know if we can do anything with our train. Open suitcases are strewn around the train car. A man is washing something in a metal basin full of dark red water. It's washing so intently that you can hear the fabric rippling. There was an impressively large fang from some unknown animal hanging around his neck. He stops washing and shoots you a mean look. Edge around your neck, is that some kind of new trend? You hear clear dislike in the man's voice. Let's just keep going, we don't need any more problems. Is he washing out blood? Who cares, we're just passing by. Keep going, keep going. Maybe I should tell... Hey! Suddenly you feel a powerful yank down your neck. You look down to see the man's wet hand grabbing Roderick's cage. I had a trendy friend once, always bragging about his sand bear fang. Damn it! You grab the cage too and pull it towards you. But I taught him some manners. One punch two, he looks at you with bloodshot eyes and keeps trying to pull the cage towards him. Go. Cage hinges start making an unpleasant crunching sound, or is that your neck? Try and knock him off his feet. The man easily dodges your attack and pushes you away from him. Here's a real fight is about to start. Bring it on. I will kick your... What upgrade did we get? Was it more damage through stun? I think it was, wasn't it? Ow. Ow. The one flies into the basin, which turns over with a crash, splashing its contents onto the ground. What a sick bastard. You okay, Etienne? Next time you're going in my pocket. Or even better, walking on your own 2 feet. Breathing hard, you carefully touch your neck. The string left. An impressive welt on the back. I know it's none of our business, but we can't just let that psycho roam free. Look for rope. You look at the suitcases on the ground and notice a photograph. 2 smiling men are standing in front of a locomotive. One of them, your attacker, has his arms around the other, who looks pale and tired. Shoulder is bandaged and he has a fang pendant around his neck. You toss the photo aside. Oh, there's some rope. What are you doing? What's going on? He suddenly comes to and tries to stand up. The anger is gone from his voice, and now he sounds scared. Nothing's going on, everything's already happened. The man's... You get these away from me. I can't look at them. Take the bags. You pick up the bags of sand and the man falls to the ground and starts crying. Let's go. We should leave him be. He got beat up pretty badly. Best to leave him be. So was he hit by an anger storm or something? Surly woman. The woman slightly waves you away. Okay. Opening and train. You're looking at a completely unremarkable train, but suddenly a loose piece of sheet metal at the back of the car catches your eye. Instinctively you look around and then get closer. So first you're a fraud and now you're a thief too? I haven't stolen anything yet. What do you have here? What do we have here? You feel around inside the train. You're standing right by the gap between the train and the loose sheet metal. The darkness inside is calling to you. Look inside. A flashlight would have come in handy, or a lighter, or at least some matches. But you don't have any of these things. And besides, shining light around would probably attract attention from the train's operator. Put your hand inside. There's just enough space for you to fit your arm in up to the elbow, your finger, and slide over the well-oiled innards of the train. Something brushes against your thumb. Touch the oddity. Like a blind man, you feel around the small space inside the train, until you feel contact again, and again, and again. You finally manage to grab something elongated and hard. Phrasing. It feels like a part of a pipe. Pull it towards you. On sudden impulse, you pull the metal object towards you, a gift from the belly of the train, a secret covered in engine oil. After a while, it gets harder to pull, but you're not stopping now. You give one last tug. When it comes loose, you can't believe what you see. There's a bag in your hands. A thief, just like I said. I'll put it back. You release your grip and the bag of sand disappears into the darkness, along with some of your hope getting into the upper district quickly. A scrolling, unshaven face appears on the train's step. You seem to have scared him, but he's trying to hide that fact. What are you digging around in there for? Who are you? Your siding is coming off. You point at the gap in the metal. I already know that, wise guy. I'll fix it as soon as I have time. You wait for the train's operator to go back inside, but he stays on the top step, leaning against the doorway. You make yourself scarce before the silence can get awkward. Okay, anything going on by my train? Finally. The man's sleeves bears the letters CS next to an hourglass symbol. And you keep looking at the letters CS, trying to think of what it might stand for. Customs Service. From the Customs Service, I just finished going over your stuff in here. You need to sell everything that belongs to Jenkins before your time in town is up. Anything you don't sell will be confiscated when you leave. Yeah, they warned me already. And that, he points at Roderick's cage. That's mine. Can I see the tag? He leans closer. Why would I put a tag on my own things? An item with no tag belongs to no one. If it belongs to no one, then it's not yours either. Sell it. He writes something in his notebook. The hell? I'm not selling my friend. He reaches for a radio on his belt and then looks at you questioningly. Pull it. Let's try and solve this peacefully. Fine, no problem, I'll sell it. He nods and takes his hands off the radio. Customs officer tosses a folded up trading's tent at your feet. Have you done this before? No. Unfolding the tent signals that you are selling goods. People will come and buy from you, and you make what profit you can. Hand in half the sand at the entrance. He points at the woman checking tickets. Do what you want with the rest. Good luck. He walks away. Okay. So I've got 5 bags of sand currently. Need to get some food, don't I? We took some damage. Okay, I'm not going to touch the tent just yet. Animated old man. An old man is waving at you so furiously that it seems like his hand might fall off any second. Walk over to him. Ah, no. Get out of here. What do you mean? You were calling me over. So, go on, get. Up close, I can see that you only have 30 minutes worth of sand. The old man waves his fist angrily. He doesn't look particularly dangerous, but he probably knows a few dirty tricks. Okay. Fuck you then. Speak with the guards, shall we? 2 guards are sitting at the gate, playing a strange game with stones. 2 guards on the left pretend not to notice you. Guard on the right isn't as good as at feigning indifference. You see him casting quick glances at you. What do you want? Let me through. I need to go to the upper district. Are you over age 60? Yes. And then look at you not speaking. Are you visiting your wife and newborn? Yes. What's your wife's name? I'll call her to come meet you. Takes a radio from an compartment on the wall and starts unwinding the charger. Who is this? I've heard that name, right? It's not going to be Amanda, surely. Go with that one. Mariah... I don't know how to pronounce that last name. You have a visitor at the gate. Thanks. What the hell are you doing? Shh. 25 minutes later. Jesus. Maybe try calling again? I called her 18 times already. You hear undisguised malice in his voice. Dispatch, put me through to the meteorologist. Hi, Linfell. This is the guard. Can you check if we have a Maria whatever in town? Sure. Okay, got it, thanks. How's the weather out today? Outside the city, he glances at you. Well, maybe it'll clear up. Alright, thanks. Yeah, you're doing great. Talk to you later. He punches a different code into the radio. Time service? What's your train number? He turns to you. 42, why? Yeah, train 42. 40 minutes penalty for trying to trick guards. Hey! Alright, thanks, over. Why? My wife is in town, I swear. The voice sounds over the town's loudspeakers. Etienne, train 42, 40 minutes time penalty. Etienne, train 42, 40... Do I even have that much time? Guard smiles at you and nods goodbye. Damn. No, we had 2 hours though, right? Why did this guy say we didn't even have half an hour or something? The woman looks at you unkindly. Oh, well, fuck you then. Someone hid a buried safe under a wooden pallet. Safe door is locked. Need to make a lockpick. Flashy trade. Can we go in there? Door to junkyard. Another cellar. Get out of here, outsider. Rude. Okay, let's check out the flashy train. It's a whole mansion on wheels. Seems like someone's done well. The world where you can die at any second. Are you going to knock or just stand there here? Look around. The curtains on the windows are drawn tightly shut. You can see the silhouette of a man watching you from inside. On the door. Knock knock. Silence. I can clearly see him watching us from the window. Why won't he open the door? He probably only talks to people he knows. We should come back later. Fair enough. Can we go into our own train? We can. Because there's a crafting bench in here, right? Skeleton's just still sitting there. Lockpick. Wooden crate. Oh, it's a crowbar. I thought that was a lockpick. Damn it. Well, we don't have the materials for a crowbar yet. Anything else? So what have we seen that can be used with a lockpick then? Is it just this safe thing up here? Pick the lock. With all your current experience picking locks, the safe door swings open in just a few seconds. Look inside. Crowbar parts, damp book. Okay. I guess junkyard is the next thing we can probably do. Unless I'm missing something. I do with some more healing items. I'd like to top back up. Aha, crowbar. Beautiful. Did want to check. Okay, craft that into ink. We just need the pliers. Open it with the crowbar. You successfully open the crate. Bag of sand, too. So we need tools and a rag, and then we can get the pliers. See if the door to the junkyard is even open. It is. What have we got in here then? Trash can. Crowbar parts. We got the rag. I just need the ball. Salvage worker. You see a tall woman digging around in a pile of scrap metal. She picks up something that looks like an old computer case, then rakes out the microchips and wires as if they were parasites on a ripe piece of fruit. She tosses the cleaned out computer into a pile to your left. Did you want something? Then she picks up a new one, not paying any particular attention to you. You've got a lot of computers there. Yep. She's concentrating hard on her work. Where'd they come from? She gives you a quick glance. Jenkins bought them in a week ago. Dug up a whole warehouse full of electronics. Oh. Was Jenkins a nice guy? Was. Whoops. Oh. Did I say was? I meant to say I heard he's a nice guy. No idea where you might have heard that. But definitely not in town. He's a real jerk. Hope he dies. How do I get into the upper district? Do you need any help? She looks at the pile of scrap metal she still has to go through. For money. Actually for sand. The woman smiles. I'm getting paid pretty well for this. I don't want to share my earnings with anyone else. Who's paying you? Do they have more work? But maybe something a little less dusty? I'm not sure. She looks you over from head to toe. Stand up straight and puff out your chest. I don't think that they'll have any use for you. But you can go and ask Mr. Narino yourself. He lives in the middle of the square. Got it, thanks. She responds with a sour smile. How do I get into the upper district? I'm trying to find a way into the upper district. Do you know anything that might help? I don't know anything. She smiles slightly. What's that pipe? What's that pipe on the wall? Where does that go? Secret. She gives you a quick glance and then continues ripping apart the computers. I'm great at keeping secrets. So am I. She looks you in the eye for a moment longer, and then she is comfortable. That's what we're looking for. We can crawl through and go straight to the upper district. There's a passage there. And we just have to figure out what to do about this super guardian. Yeah, I'll ask around town. Is that it? You pull on the grate, but it doesn't move. Okay. Is that this guy, do we think, that we need to talk to? Is this where he lives? What was his name? Anino? I don't know how you say it. Hey, mister, come out. The door slowly opens. A middle-aged man appears at the doorstep. He looks a little too clean for these surroundings. He's holding a glass of something orange. You're very bougie. He squints at you from the doorway, apparently not trusting you enough to talk face to face. Nice house. He nods silently and lifts his glass slightly in your direction. I'm trying to find a way to the upper district. Aren't we all? He gestures at the square around you. I don't plan on living here. Just have to take care of one thing, that's it. One thing. What could there possibly be for you to do there? He sips from the glass. Tell the truth. I need to get something. He waits for you to continue. Something important to me. How important? He gestures for you to continue. Oof. Man of business. I'd say about... You look in your pockets. A bag of sand important? His face twists. 5 bags? He gestures again for you to continue. 7 bags. The man starts nodding. His hand doesn't stop moving. 10 bags. Then. Now you're speaking my language. I love it when a person wants something that badly. In a flash, the man transforms from a reserved aristocrat into a jolly businessman. Not a bad start to the day, helping those in need, you might say. He steps forward and shakes your hand. Could you tell me where I can get that much sand? In our little town, people trade for either goods or services, or both. You just need to find what works for you. I have things I can sell you. I have possessions I need to sell off. How about I give them to you, and you lower your price? I'm a man of business, you see. Dealing with junk just doesn't fit my status anymore. But I'm sure you'll find buyers among all the visitors in town today. Okay, I'll be back when I find 10 bags of sand. Good luck now. I'll be waiting for you. He bounds cheerfully up the stairs and sips from his glass, disappears behind the door. How many do we have? No, not bad. We've got 7 already. We've got this stuff to sell, right? The trading tent is ready. I'm going to sell off Jenkins's junk? Yes. You brush sand off the tent and notice passers-by starting to look over more frequently. What do we have to sell? Everything left in the bag. Some weird gas cylinders. You dig through Jenkinson's bag. Empty, you sigh. Just put them on the counter anyway. You keep rooting around in the bag. Some rags, a cup. Doubt I'll even get 1 bag of sand for this stuff. Oh, something else. Something else. Some kind of map. Hey, I bet we can do something with that. You notice a customer approaching. Listen carefully. Remember this. The man is quite clean cut, probably from the upper district. Are you listening? Say that this map leads to something important, to treasure or whatever. What are you selling? The old man looks at the canisters interested. Say anything, just push the map. I have something special? Some might even call it a real treasure. The old man doesn't react. He probably hears that same story every day. I hope you don't mean these helium cylinders. He points at your cylinders on your counter. They're empty, by the way. How much will you give me for them? I can take them off your hands for free, so you don't have to take them to the scrap heap yourself. No way. Your choice, he yawns. Show him a part of the map. Continue. What more can I say? 10 bags of sand and the map is yours. I can't just pour out 10 bags of a map that leads who knows where. It leads to treasure. Which treasure exactly? You tap on Roderick's cage. I'm thinking. A map to water? To a pile of sand? A pile of food shelter? Well, it's a map to water source, it's a map to a pile of sand, it's a map to a shelter. What would you think people would desire the most? I mean, you would think a water source. They never really mentioned water. There's a water fountain in the middle there, look. Water would be my instinct. I mean, you would think sand as well, but... I don't know, does that make sense? Would you trade a map for 10 bags of sand to find even more sand? Why wouldn't you just go get the treasure yourself? I'm gonna go with water. The old man takes a flask of water from his belt and silently takes a drink. What's that you say? He wipes his mouth on his own sleeve. Alright, I think I read that they give out water for free in the upper district. That's my fault. Yeah, that would have been nice to know. I'm gonna go with sand then. What's it doing outside the town? Well, customers won't let you in with your own sand, so why the hell would I need to sand out there? Trying to work out how this place works. Like, define sand. Like, what are we getting? Like, there's sand everywhere. What kind of sand is this? Okay, shelter then. You know about the shelter too? He ever so slightly looks around. Well, there's a lot I know. You try to sound convincing. 10 bags, you say. I'll give you 5. But the shelter isn't there. Ready? If the shelter isn't there, I'll come back and give you 5 more. 5. Didn't say if the shelter was there. Wax. Right to your head. Oh. With this, he shows you the small claw bit on his belt. Great, we have some sand already. Nice. There we go, we got 12. More than enough. The man appears at his doorway looking cheerful. He looks you over in search of the 10 bags of sand. Here's your 10 bags. My dear friend, wonderful, wonderful. He jumps down from the entryway like an excited child. May I? He looks at you, looks out to the bags, ignoring you. Let's see what we have here. He doesn't wait for permission. Wonderful, wonderful, he counts the bags. Counts out 2, which he hands back to you. Give these to Jenny, the woman who does salvage work at the scrap heap. Tell her Mr. Narino, whatever, sent you. He scoops up the remaining bags and starts to head back into his home. Hold on. So it only costs 2 bags to get into the upper district, and you're just keeping the rest for yourself? Just because you know Jenny? It truly is a pleasure doing business with you, my dear friend. Come back any time. He disappears behind the door. Jerk. I guess this is her, is it? Everyone has cleaned out at least 10 more computers since you were last here. The parts are lying next to her in neat piles. She notices the 2 bags of red sand you are holding. How's Mr. Narino doing? She nods. We could have just come to an agreement. Why didn't you say anything? Mr. Narino is much better at those conversations. Good for him, but I had to pay 8 bags of sand for that. Sand comes and goes. That's what we always say. She smiles. So how's Mr. Narino doing? Let's get to it. Hold on. Once we leave, we won't be coming back here. Are you sure you're ready? I don't know, are we? Do we have one last look around? Not yet. Because we've still got some 2 bags of sand. I don't know if we can do anything with that. Can we make the pliers yet? No. I don't think there's anything else, unless we can do something with the woman down here and give ourselves more time. Do we need to do that, maybe? Can I give... Well, that woman's gone. So can I give her some of the sand from the stuff we sold of Jenkins? I want to talk to her, okay? Can't think of anything else. We can break down our bits and bobs. There might be another workbench ahead, but don't have any bottles anyway. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm missing anything. I could be. But we'll move on, I guess. Someone nods to you. You're ready? I'll open the gating. Hold on, once we leave, yeah. Let's go. We toss 2 bags of sand at the woman's feet. Let's get to it. I don't have much time. Train 42, your time is up. Prepare to leave town. I repeat. Well, looks like you're too late. Is that a joke? I already paid you. The damn guards are about to come looking for me. And you're... She looks at you silently, smiling. I'm kidding, let's go. She clears away a small heap of scrap metal from against the wall to pull a lever there. It's open. I'd hurry if I were you. Jump into the pipe. Sewer. No going back now. Needless to say, it smells awful inside the pipe. It smells awful in here. This is just a drainage pit for the square, not the sewer system. It could be worse. That doesn't make me feel better. Way forward is blocked by a pile of trash, boards, rags, and almost looks like a barricade. Take it apart? I don't even know where to start. Pull out the trash bags. Try and pick up a trash bag, but the contents are too heavy and the bag rips. What the? Dust pours out of the bags and gets in your eyes. Nothing. Climb over the piles. You poke around the supports with your foot. One of the trash bags seems to be full of rocks or bricks. Trust the bag of bricks. You put your weight on the bag, then throw your other leg over the barricade of boards. But your pants legs gets caught on a nail sticking out of the board. Oh, come on. Free one of your hands and carefully unhook the nail. You shift your weight to your right hand and try to unhook your pant leg from the nail. Can't get it. Damn it. Come on, you're so close. Cat! Phew. Your pant leg is free. You jump the rest of the way over the barricade and land on your feet. You hear a voice over the radio, somewhere up above. Final warning. At the end, operator of train 42, your time is up. Leave town immediately or your train will be confiscated. You were right. There's definitely no going back. The path is blocked by another pile of wreckage. This one has tons of broken glass scattered around it. I'd be more careful here. Painstakingly pick up the shards of glass. You pick up a nearby bucket and start tossing the shards of glass into it. And the shard goes in the bucket. And another one. And another. Can't you go any faster? It'll be night time soon. Your hand twitches and your small shard of glass embeds itself in your finger. Sorry, I thought you were done already. You straighten up. It looks like you are, in fact, done. Now you can try and jump over the obstacle. Let's do this. There's a lot of hard work just to get through a little obstacle. Just get through it. You get a running start. You begin to pick up speed. Push off the ground. You spring off the ground. Why'd you jump so soon? You fly through the air. Watch where you go. You fly right into the barricade. Not over the barricade. Into the barricade. Bang. Damn. You alive? You broke down the whole barricade with your body. I felt it. Are you in one piece? I'm not sure. Damn. I think my shoulder is... You stand up with some difficulty. Just climb over this stuff. What are you doing? I think this is the last barricade. Well, it's not like I can get any dirtier. This is Lindfeld Jr. speaking. Joy storm is approaching. Will hit us in 5 minutes. A joy storm. You could certainly use some of those. After this junkyard, even an ordinary storm would make me happy. The pile in front of you doesn't look particularly big. I don't even care anymore. Charge straight through the barricade. Feel like you can probably just step over it. He's right. Step over the pile. Carefully lift one leg over the pile and quickly find yourself on the other side. That was easy. Joy storm, 3 minutes. Oh, come on. Hurry and get outside. Okay, let's see what's in this upper district. Upper district alleyway. Joystorm has arrived. I repeat, the Joystorm. Dad, is that you? You hear the sound of sand pouring out, getting closer. Soon it envelops your whole consciousness. You're suddenly overtaken by a strong emotion that you involuntarily lean forward, like you're drowning in a calm, relaxing sea. Peace and quiet. Turn your head to the left and see your sister standing behind you. You're happy. She's not in danger anymore. You turn to the right and see your brothers. They're sitting next to you, all 10 brothers and you. You're wearing strangely coloured armour. You look down and see that you have the same armour on. You touch the armour. Peace flakes off, burning your hand. The image starts to fade. The vision passes, and in its place, you're filled with an unbelievably nostalgic sense of longing. Etienne? It's evening already? How long was I out? Pretty long time. Long enough that I started to worry about you. Damn it, we need to hurry. So how was it? Strange. Like I was home. And do that again. The door is locked. This poor guy is sitting on the ground, leaning against a wall. An idiotic grin is lighting up his face. Hey, you okay, friend? Mary. You're such a good girl, Mary. Looks like he's still caught in the joy storm. 8. 2 minutes pass. 3, 5. Finally, the man opens his eyes. Oh, need something, man? Thanks for not interrupting me. I really got caught up in that one. Hold on. Why did your vision last so long when mine ended 10 minutes ago? Is this your first joy storm, man? Yeah, kind of. Here's some advice. Try not moving or looking around too much. Concentrate on one thing and don't use up all your strength at once. That helps the vision last longer. Okay, got it. So, what was it you wanted? I'm looking for the meteorologist's house. Looking for the sail, huh? Head straight south to the square and you should see the sail tent. But I wouldn't count on much there if I were you. Okay, thanks. It's locked, judging by the smell someone inside is making soup. The door is shut, it seems no one's home. The woman looked you over suspiciously. Man hasn't come out of the storm's clutches yet. Meteorologist's wife's counter. You see devices lined up on a dusty counter. Are you out of your mind with prices like that? You old hag? An old man standing nearby calls out in the direction of the counter. Tired-looking woman is behind the counter, and you see the slightest flame of hope flare up in her eyes when she sees you. Another one. If you're just here to look with no money, then get lost. The counter is still surprisingly full, considering the meteorologist died a whole 3 days ago. Are you selling the meteorologist's possessions? Yes, all my husband's things are right here. Anything catch your eye? Yeah, the weather controller. Excuse me, what? Everyone gets closer. The device that controls the weather, directs the storms and all that. Has anyone bought it yet? What are you doing? Don't tell her. Device that controls the storms. My husband had that? She seems to be putting one and one together in her head. Hold on a minute. The woman slightly steps away from the counter, holding her head. Now she's putting 2 and 2 together. Now 4 and 4. The device that controls the weather. Examine the counter in silence. The counter is covered in devices of all different sizes and complexities. Which one controls the weather? I don't know. Text says it's a device covered in switches and dials. They're all covered in switches and dials. How about we look at the most worn out ones? That look like they've been used every day. There are 2 that fit the description on the left and right. Hands up. Oh, we have no health. What happened to our health? Didn't I heal? You turn slowly and see 2 guards with... Oh, I guess we took damage in that barricade, did we? Shit. Turn around and slowly to see 2 guards with their clubs raised and ready. That's him. He tried to steal my husband's possessions. Arrest him. I was just looking. Don't worry, miss. We'll handle this. Both guards start slowly walking towards you. Grab a device and throw it at the guards. Grab the first device you see and try to use it. Sure. You grab a random device off the counter and start pushing every switch and button you see. Guard and the meteorologist's wife watch you in silence. I don't think that's going to help much. Just run. You hear the whooshing of a club somewhere behind you. Watch out! Bam. Oh, shit. Etienne! Silence falls. And darkness. Open your eyes. Hold. Damn it. Was I out for long? Damn guards. Rip the back of your head, which is throbbing. If anything else happened while I was passed out, they fucking stole him. Silence. Roderick? Do your head looking for the cage, but it's gone. Damn it. Stand up. Well, shit. The hell even are we? I'm not going up there, I guess. I don't think I should wander into the desert. I'm better off trying to get back to town. It's to the east. Well, I'm glad you know that. I didn't. How did we end up so far away? Dead body. You see a motionless body lying face down in the sand. Another disturber of the town's peace. Kind of looks like us. And the body over. The man is wearing a coat. A tag is sewn into the chest. Examine the tag. The tag says W204. It also has the logo of a company called Reed Rem on it. Was he serving time too? What else would he be doing here? Go through his pockets. Nothing in the right one. In his left pocket you find some cash, some old faded checks. One of them is for phone service. I believe. Abandoned container. Some bread. And ink. I guess I'll drink the ink because we're already low on health. We don't need to be low on ink as well. They already raised the ladder. Metal plate. You notice a slight glow coming from between the loose wall plates. What's this? Examine the inscription on the plate. You see a barely noticeable inscription on the plate. Trust a bag of bricks. Come on, I already know that. You notice that the wall plate isn't completely attached to the wall. Maybe I can move it? Where do you want me to move it? Oh, that way. Back in the sewer. An old wooden crate, its lid is nailed shut with rusty nails. Open with the crowbar. The damp wood of the lid lifts off without much trouble. Look inside. Nice. Back to full health. Crate was like a locker. Crate's hinges have been bound with steel wire. Apparently whoever it belongs to couldn't afford a lock. Real trouble. You cut through the wire and open the crate. Okay, more healing, nice. Locked. Crate. Right behind the grating you see a path leading out of the sewer. Shake the grating. It won't budge. Keep shaking it. Nothing happens. Shake the grate like a psycho. Fucking hell, open up! Ah! You pull at the steel bars with all your might, but nothing happens. Well, this is just great. So close, but looks like this is the end. Remember that you have ink? You can use that you've used on plenty of other occasions. Oh, right. I'm a writer. You hesitate for a second. Right. Use ink to weaken the grating. The ink envelops the bars of the grating and they start to slowly rust. Bang. You easily knock them out of place and clear up your path. Done. I'm coming, Roderick. We didn't actually lose any ink for that one. Oh, we're back here. I'm back, baby. You hide around the corner and peek out at the tent. Yes, Mr. Narino, I'm sure. He was looking for that exact thing. Put it a weather controller. Mr. Narino is carefully twisting the device in his hands, trying to figure out how it works. Damn, he's already here, too. If this thing really can control the storms, do you think my husband really created something like that and didn't tell us? All these years? All those people who died in the storms or who went insane might have been responsible for all of that. I wouldn't jump to conclusions. We don't actually know what the device can do, and maybe your husband did everything he could. I hope so. Thank you, Redner. Thank you for telling me this. It would have been terrible for such a valuable object to fall into the hands of a stranger. I think we should. Break the woman's radio. Crash. Your hit shatters the radio on the pole. The woman runs into a house. Give me that. Can it really control weather? He asks calmly. Of course not. Then why have you been hunting for it? You found sand for me, crawled through the sewer. Looks at your clothes more than once, it looks like. This thing could decide the fate of our town, but I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you. I'm sorry, I don't care. Narino takes a step back, grasping the controller tightly in his chest. To his chest. It looks like he's prepared to fight for it. To the very end. You notice a familiar object around his neck. Hold on, that's mine. You point at Roderick's cage, which is hanging around Narino's neck. When the hell did you manage to steal it? You sharply yank the cage off his neck and stuff it in your pocket. Narino flinches, not expecting you to act so suddenly. You need to run now. Huh? Attention all the residents. This is Lindefeld speaking. There's a death storm coming. I repeat, a death storm is approaching. Start evacuating. We have 10 minutes. Did you push something? No, I didn't touch it. We need to stop the storm. Give it to me now. Not a chance. Narino takes a step forward. Tell me how to work it, and I'll stop the storm. I don't actually know, but I can try and figure it out. I'm looking for the instructions. Then what use are you? You're just going to let people's lives depend on your attempt to try and figure it out? Let me at least look at the display. I can see what it means. Death storm, 7 minutes, hurry. Anyone with an empty train, take on Upper District residents. Train 12 is causing a jam. Oh, but at the exit, the wheel fell off. Get the car off the tracks, blocking the way. I'm going to see Lindfell. He and I will figure this out ourselves. Get out of my way. Grab him. Narino walks slowly past you. You try to grab him. Out of the corner of your eye, you see an object flying right at you. Steel tip of a cane. Damn it, not again. You fall. Right before you hit the ground, you see Narino climbing the stairs of the Meteorologist's tower. You open your eyes and get up with some difficulty. Finally, get up the tower quickly and grab that controller. I don't know anything about a controller. My father didn't tell me anything. Darn, wrong button. Need to check the stormometer. Warning. Death storm in 2 minutes. I don't know either. Just push something, Mr. Narino. Let's go. One final push. This has been such a long day. Narino is arguing with a young man with a controller in their hands. Wild wind blows through the window. Storm is almost here. We're out of time. Knock Narino unconscious. Before Narino can react, you punch him in the jaw. Can't have you interfering. The young man watches in silence, slowly pressing himself against the wall. Take the controller. Take the controller off of Narino's unconscious body. You had your chance to stop the storm. Now it's my turn. The young man presses himself against a panel of instruments. Red lights are flashing all over. 30 seconds, he says, taking a quick glance out the window, then squeezing his eyes shut. Examine the weather controller. Dozens of buttons and switches, and not a single one is labelled. What an egotistic asshole. The look the young man shoots you is filled with 10% understanding and 90% fear of dying in a death storm. There are 3 big switches above the display. Start with those and check the text, but there's not much about it in here either. Second switch. 2 lights on the panel below come on. There are 2 buttons next to the light. Second one. Whole panel goes dark and the device looks like it did when you started now. Second one. First one. Alarm set for 4 a.m. coming from the device. The young man gives you a gloomy look. His shred of hope that he might be saved seems to have just evaporated. Push the second one. The whole panel goes dark and the device looks like it did when it started. Okay, first switch. The switch makes no sound as it moves. It seems to be completely broken. Third switch. The device starts vibrating. Whatever that means. Second switch. The switch makes no sound as it moves. It seems to be deactivated now. With the first switch, which clicks loudly as it moves. Then a multitude of indicators and buttons light up on the display. Let's see. You spin the device around, try to decide what button to push now. The wind coming in through the window picks up, and a strange metallic taste starts filling your mouth. You smell burnt metal. Okay, here goes. Close your eyes and push a random button. Beep. Storm is still moving. Try and push a random button. It's slowed down, but it's still getting closer. Scream and push a random button. Moving away. Moving away. Phew. You put the controller down with shaking hands, and you hear cheers from the people outside getting louder and louder. That was close. Way too close going on. Way too much going on. For my first day, he holds his head in his hands. Why are we still here? Get out of here. A large crowd is gathered in front of the tower. The people around you are loudly discussing what just happened. I saw the storm move away at the last minute. I saw it with my very own eyes. And it was just about to reach the town, but then it stopped. Alright, calm down. The storm is gone. You can go home now. But what if it comes back? Well, you look at the controller in your hands. We'll just have to hope it doesn't come back. Why did it move away at the last second anyways? Yeah, why did it get so close to the town? That's never happened before. It's a long story. We drove it off, don't worry. We? Who's we? It was the young meteorologist. Put your hand on the young man's shoulder. Linfeld, the young meteorologist, did an excellent job proving himself. He managed to neutralize the death storm at the very last second. The crowd starts cheering. Hooray for Linfeld! What do you mean, neutralized? Not important. What's important is that you're not in danger right now. Now time for me to go. You look at the uncomprehending crowd before you jump, and your eyes slide over the people until they meet Linfeld's looking straight at you. For you, that, he gestures at the controller, which you've already tucked under your arm as you prepare to jump out of the book. Listen, kid. This is your moment of truth, Etienne. What? Moment of... You sigh. You'll do just fine without it. Don't worry, you'll do just fine. I heard these storms almost never hit the town anyway. Keep on going a little longer, and then the book will end. And then everything will work itself out. Are there storms where you're from too? Definitely not like these. Then maybe you can leave it with us, that device? Since the next time a storm comes, we won't be able to. Sorry, I can't. This device is the only thing that's keeping me from something dear to me. You thump your chest with your fist. Oh. Alright. Linfeld backs off defeatedly. Leave the book. Think about it. Think about it. Damn it. Look around at the comprehending crowd. The people have gone quiet as they listen to your conversation with Linfeld. Think on it some more. Tell me, Frederick, it's not that simple. All you do is sit there in my pocket. It's nothing to you. Whispers start running through the crowd. You hear snippets like insane and talking to himself. And hand in this damn thing and get my shackles off. Do you understand how much that will change things? Do you understand how valuable it is to me? All the suffering I went through for this? Just look around. Again, you sigh but decide to look around at the whispering crowd. Are these real people you see in front of you? You examine the people in the crowd. Some are whispering and watching your performance, but it seems as though everyone knows that something important is happening. Even the guards who particularly cracked your skull earlier are standing off to the side and excitedly discussing something. Elderly men and women peer out from their windows, trying to see what happened in the darkness. Mother leads her child home. The child trips over a cable sticking out of the sand, and his mother quickly helps him up. They're people. People. Fine, damn you. You shove the controller into Linfeld's hands, whispering, if another storm comes, flip the switch first, then press that button right there. I'm not sure how the rest of it works. Linfeld, who seems to have accepted that you're a crazy person who talks to himself, suddenly beams with joy. He gives you a hug with his free arm, and you feel the warmth in his touch. Linfeld looks out at the people in the crowd. They still don't understand how the death storm This odd device and the man with the paper face are connected. Thank you, he whispers, looking you in the eyes once more. Alright, let's drop the sentiment. You look at the ground. Time for me to pay him what's due. Farewell. Didn't bring anything back, huh? Somehow they already know. Guessing? Hello? Is the order ready? No, and it won't be ready. You turning down the job? Yes, I've had enough. I won't put any more innocent people at risk. So it's people. Very well. What do you mean, very well? I mean, I made a decent bit of cash off of you. Besides, walkers like you usually break much sooner. So you actually did quite well in comparison. You may not have finished your last job, but I think you've earned your freedom. Just the same. Huh? My shackles expert is on his way to you right now. Thanks. I don't... He'll be there in a few minutes, so... See you soon, Etienne. God damn, they work fast. Alright, alright. Stay down. Where do you think you're going? Where's the rope? Tie him up. Hey! After him, quick! He fell out onto the cold sand and your pursuers land nearby. So you want to do this the hard way. Damn, it's so cold here. Where's Vince? He's waiting in the car, just in case. Wait, Vince was on your side the whole time? Bastard. Get with him quickly, and I'll get the book ready so we can get to the collector. Can you handle this? Hey, anybody want to help me? I just saved your city a minute ago, come on. Your voice echoes through the empty square. It seems like everyone is in bed asleep already. Fine. Drain ink. Don't like any of that. They always seem to do stun. Okay, one down. Damn it, I was hoping that would finish him off. Ooh, we're very close to being dead. Screw you. Okay. Relatively. What book did they want to take you to? 1 second. Pick up the book that will... You pick up the book that one of the thugs dropped and look at the black cover. The name's been erased. They said something about a collector. Is that your boss? My former boss. You open the book and flip through the pages. You want to go there? I have this idea. Well, if you're sure about it, jump into the book. Oof. Incomprehensible. What? Why? Everything's blurry and there's no colour. We've gone too deep. We're inside a book inside a book. And with my face. I can barely breathe. Me too. Need to find the collector as soon as we can, then get out of here. What's something your face? Why, what's... You touch your mask. Damn it, we need to hurry. Need to heal. You notice some familiar-looking briefcases. A tag is visible on one of them. Walker Rich A, Item X, Client HRMN, Publishing. What are those? Briefcases for stolen items. I give the collector his orders in briefcases like these. So there are objects from other books inside. There's something you could use in there. You open two of the briefcases in front of you at random. Examine the first briefcase. An old rag doll is inside the briefcase, along with a set of rusty pins. Is that what I think it is? I don't know. What do you think it is? A voodoo doll. It even has pins. Examine the second briefcase. A leather-bound book lies on a velvet cushion inside the briefcase. There's something written here. As if? What does any of that mean? The book or the doll? I'm gonna go with the book. You take the book out of the briefcase and instinctively clutch it to your chest. It's where you feel its leather binding through your coat. Oh, there's something else. Next to the briefcase is a bag stuffed to the brim with a note attached. It says, "To be sorted." Open the bag. Inside you find a folded up cloak and an opaque glass capsule, a small wand, and an old broom. I have no idea what any of these mean. Cloak, capsule, and a wand. A broom. It's not the broken one that we got earlier on, is it? Wand. Like on the wand says, polymorph wand transforms the target into an Ovis Aries. Sounds ominous. Just don't point it at yourself. I'm in the capsule. On the capsule you see a yellow triangle with a biohazard symbol inside of it. Not a great start, there's something written here. Fear toxin. Inhalation causes prolonged panic and hallucinations. Store it in a dark location. Ooh, should we take it? I'm in the cloak. Try and unfold the cloak, but as soon as your hands slip inside the cloak, it disappears, so does your hand. It's like an invisibility cloak. Ah. Quiet. What? No, Quist, whatever his name is. You carefully pull your hand out and it's instantly visible again, along with the cloak. Examine the broom. Broom trembles in your hands. You can feel it itching. Take it off. To take off. Looks like it's a flying broom. It's from the Harry Potter books or what? Take everything. You hide the capsule and the wand in your pockets. Throw the folded up cloak on your shoulder and grab the broom. You're really kitted out. Hope I can use all this. Let's go find the collector. Wait. 3 walkers are standing around a table in a brightly lit room. Haven't noticed you yet. Yeah, so this is where they handle the briefcases for the orders. What's the plan? Do we risk sneaking past or do we use one of the items? Broom seems like a bad idea. I just wonder if we could sneak past. We'll just do the cloak, sod it. We'll fold the invisibility cloak and put it over your clothes. Looks like it's working. What's next? Sneak past the room. You tiptoe past the room with the walkers in it. Better to avoid any fighting than it's absolutely necessary. You see 2 walkers standing in the passageway. Seem to be guarding another set of boxes. They're discussing something quietly, completely unaware of your presence. I don't think you can squeeze past them. If you take off the cloak, it's only going to get in your way. Why? Take off the invisibility cloak. You take off the cloak and throw it over your shoulder. The walkers haven't noticed you yet. Throw the toxin, sure. You wind up and throw the capsule of fear toxin at the walkers. It falls right between them and shatters. Then turn around sharply. Hey, stop, you! You! You see both men's eyes widen in horror. You're a monster. Help! Both men look around in terror, then jump over the railing into the darkness. It's not too far down. Librarian. Books. Stacks of books, including the ones I've been in. Do I want to just avoid these people, or? The librarian is busy arranging books and probably wouldn't even notice an atomic bomb. Oh wait. Nothing else to do here, right? I feel like flying over these would be a better idea. Guards notice you from far away and block your path. What's the noise over there? Is there a problem? Use the wand. Hit him with the broom. You can't fly over them. Use the wand. Take the wand out of your pocket and point it at the closest walker. Ovis Eris. That's how I'm pronouncing it. A beam of blue energy bursts out of the wand and hits the walker in the chest. In the next instant, a sheep is standing where he just was. Oh, that's right. Ovis Eris is a scientific name for domestic sheep. I thought it was a spell. The other walkers have already dropped into a fighting stance, ready to attack. Ovis Eris. You point the wand at the closest enemy, but nothing happens. Large crack is now running through the crystal at the end of the wand. Bah, useless piece of... The other walkers simultaneously drop into a fighting stance. Oh god, you got a lot of health, huh? Book. 3 damage to all. 60 ink. It's not that great, but... Sure. They always go for the stun, don't they? We're gonna get our asses kicked here. I've got nothing to heal with, so... We may be fooped. Oh, he missed. Well, that's that. Pack him up, boys. The boss is gonna want to talk to him. Damn it. I catch your breath. Don't give up that easy. You gather your strength. Threatening. I've still got a lot left in me. Oh. Plot armor? That's the first time we've ever actually lost a fight, I guess. Should have drained him. Necronomicon. That's what the book is. Boss's hideout. Broom temporarily trembles impatiently in your hands, almost like it's trying to break free. The only book you would ever want to jump into. You would never want to jump into. Invisibility cloak. Hides whatever is underneath it, just don't lose the cloak itself. Okay. Alright, I give up. Just don't hit me, he smokes. Take off my goddamn shackles. You grab him by the throat. That's a slight problem with that. My shackles expert took the day off today. His daughter's sick. He's lying. I know. How about I call you when he's available, okay? It'll only be a few days. You hit him. Do you think I'm an idiot? Well, if you really want to know, you promised me you'd take them off, so hold up your end of the deal. But you didn't hold up your end. I'll hold it up right now. You squeeze his throat harder. Calm down, you idiot. No one except the writers' police can take them off. Do you really think my own men would be walking around in shackles if I could take them off? I would build a literal empire stealing objects if I could do that. Not this stinking warehouse. Wait, I thought you had proof that he could do it. Friend told me about him. Wait, Vince told me about you. And then I found out he was one of your thugs. Was that all a part of your plan? Well, this thing that's happening now wasn't... He rubs his throat. You're going to take off my shackles. I don't know how, but that's your problem now. Or what? You're going to kill me? A character? He winks, a horrible wink. But you've turned into such a nice guy now, haven't you? You squeeze his throat with all your strength and look him in the eye. Let's find out right now just how much of a nice guy I am. That doesn't quite inspire fear, to be honest. Let's finish this up quickly. I have things to do. Some important people will be here soon, and I'll be offloading a huge lot today. Turn around and see a sack of containers through the open door. Yes, that's right. Did you think I was just sitting here twiddling my thumbs? We're about to close the deal of the century. Are those containers full of stolen items? Fit to burst. I can only imagine what'll happen when all that floods the market. He glances briefly at the monitor, where you can see henchmen running in your direction. You're right. It certainly is time for us to finish up here. Grab him by the essence. Push your hand deeper in, trying to touch not the collector's neck, but the very essence inside him. You feel a scrap of old paper. Your fingers run across the text written there in old ink many, many years ago. Wait! Start pulling. I can call the shackles expert. Let's say tomorrow, okay? That's the only time frame I can give you. We'll get your shackles off and you'll be set. You can write as much as you want. His henchmen are almost here. Sorry, I'm not letting that happen to me again. You grab his paper with both hands and start pulling it towards you. What are you thinking, idiot? Don't worry, I've done this before. Oh no. You see the client slowly separating from the book's environment, becoming something foreign. Damn. Aren't his henchmen going to come for us? They don't have a direct route to that book. Besides, they won't like what's waiting for them there. You keep pulling the paper. It gets more and more difficult to pull. What's going on? Now is not the time to give up. No, I'm not giving up. This is as hard as I can pull. What now? They're right outside already. Now we add another force. Bend your knee, ready to jump backwards. You push off the ground. You hear an unbelievably loud crunching sound, so loud that it feels like the whole world must be able to hear it. With the ringing sound, the paper in your hands separates itself from the book and flies backwards with you. Damn it. I think I twisted my knee again. What on earth was that? Where the hell am I? What have you done? He looks around. You'll find out soon enough. So we pulled him out of the black book. Now we're back in this world. Collector suddenly jumps up and aims a gun at you. It's an antique decorated with a swirling pattern. Take me back. Hey, calm down. Just calm down. Etienne, hand over the book, now. Where's my book? I'm afraid nothing would come of it. Hey, don't joke around with him. That thing I just did? They'll hear it. Rogers, please. Nobody move. Hey, you. Drop the gun. Not another step or I'll shoot him. Boss, that's Leroy Russian? The collector. What the hell is he doing here? Etienne, how are you mixed up in all this? Oh, hello, officer. Hold on. How did you recognize me? You came in for questioning in the same coat. Damn, I disguised my face, but I forgot to put on a different coat. I'm warning you, I won't surrender alive. He aims the gun at the police officers, and then back at you. And hold back your little pet rider there. I see him. He puts his hands up and looks at the officer, waiting for a signal. Well now, we'll come to an agreement, and everything will be just fine. Where's my book? I don't think we'll be coming to an agreement with you, thief. Quiet. No, we're going to make a deal, and I'm going to walk away. You're accused of stealing thousands of objects, and now that you're in our hands, you're not going anywhere. That's enough. Suddenly turning to you, this is all because of you, you bastard. Sound of a shot rings out. Etienne! You close your eyes. Damn it! Open your eyes and look down. The metal of Roderick's cage protected you from the bullet, but there's not much left of it now. You see a small, ragged scrap of paper inside. Derek, you moron. I told you to stop talking. Sorry, boss. You alright, Walker? Now it's your turn. Hands up. You look at the remains of the paper in your hand. Don't make me use force. Call it. He's just in shock. Etienne, it's best if you come with us now. We'll talk about it all at the station, okay? Hold on. What's that in his hand? The character. Not one from his book. Etienne, are you out of your mind? You're carrying around a stolen character, even in your current situation? Derek, I can't take an isolated character. Go for backup. Shove the officer. His head slams into Derek, who staggers backwards, eyes shut. Damn it! Jump out of the book.
Hey.
Leroy Ronson, also known as the Collector, was detained by the Righteous Police. He was later sentenced to... I just won't bother. "28 years later. Well, I think this is his house. Take off your disguise. Run a hand over your face. Alright, now I'm ready. For what? Still got the same things 28 years later, huh? An empty carriage. Living room. Books are arranged neatly on the shelves. Sir, how can I help you? My name is Etienne. You probably don't remember me. We worked together a long time ago. I can't seem to recall that. Are you sure you're in the right place? I'm sure. I'd even say we were partners. I just wanted to see how you're feeling. Looking around questioningly. I do believe I'm quite alright. Should I be worried about something? Do you remember your name? Of course. Where you live? Baker Street. That's good then. I had to make a few changes because of your injuries. Injuries, sir? Yes, although it seems everything worked out. Sorry to keep you waiting, I'm back. Watson, he nods to the man by the window. Holmes, he nods back. And you, sir? He looks questioningly at you. I'm on my way out. Someone you know, Watson? I'm not sure. Are you quite certain you're alright, sir? Yes. My apologies again for disturbing you. Well, time to head back. I'm glad you're doing well, friend. I think it worked. Well, Roderick, it's time for me to figure out my own stuff. So, Watson was Roderick, or he became him when we put him back into that book. I had to revisit so many books before I found the right one. Or was he always Watson? Etienne Quist, congratulations on your return to the ranks of writing profession. MOROK, MOROK, publishing agency has confirmed that your 28-year sentence has been fully served. You may visit the Central Writers Police Department to have your shackles removed. Please find the sheet attached with the detailed information on how sentence time served was calculated. Final calculation of time served are below. Internal sentence, extraction of a character, Amanda Mitchell, 30 years. Assistance in capturing a particularly dangerous criminal, -3 years. Fleeing from a police officer, +2 years. Willfully turning self into the police, -1 year. Total time to be served, 28 years.